Hi, and welcome to my next video for Project 6500. I am still in the process of getting parts and bits and pieces together for all of the machine, so I still have everything disassembled to a large extent. Most notably, the first piece I need to really acquire is this back plate. This back plate is broken on one side. It's just worn, it's brittle. The plastic literally is cracking as I touch it. That is from, I guess, how the machine was stored and kept for many years, that the plastic itself is pretty much perished, and a lot of the external plastic, which I'm probably going to replace out a lot of the external plastic as time goes on, especially the top plate here, which you can see is already broken. I do still need to get a battery. I know at some point these batteries were readily available. They're not as easy to come by as they used to be, but they are available still out there. I need to get one of those. I did source memory, 264 gig DIMMs, which should give me the 128 megs of RAM this machine had as maximum. No luck on a G3 card for the cache card slot. That's not uncommon. They rarely come up online. They do come up, it's just not all that often. And of course, I have some new other cards, and I will be getting a Ethernet network card for the COM slot hopefully this week as well. The hard drive, I sourced a new one at work, actually, believe it or not. I let my boss and coworkers know what was going on with this. And I found, instead of a 6 gig, a 40 gig hard drive that this week, with a old Blueberry iMac that is running OS 9, I will try to install OS 9.2 on that hard drive to see if it works and can boot a machine, and then try to see if it'll work in here. As I said, most of the plastic in a lot of this was, I guess it was stored in a very hot place. It's very brittle, the plastic. The CD sled is good, and from what I understand, the CD drive works, but even if it doesn't, replacing it isn't that big a deal. And of course, the floppy, I need a new sled. The sled is good on that for now, but we'll see how that operates as time goes on. I have no idea. Look at that, I just pulled that out of the floppy drive. So again, don't know its operational ability. I'm not going to test it on a good floppy drive first or foremost. Try it with some crummy ones that have been, whatchamacallit, been there for a little while. Let me move some of these out of the way so you can see some of the new things. I told my coworkers about this again, and they started giving me old games. Basically, I do want to play a lot of old games, but show the feasibility of some of this old technology that's still out there. But look at this, Hellcats Over the Pacific and F/A-18 Hornet, which were both made by Graphic Simulations. They're kind of cousin applications, both flight simulators, different. Hellcats I played many years ago, had a great deal of fun with it back in the 90s when I did play it. And Hornet, I remember playing, I remember it was a lot more technically advanced, but a great deal of fun to play with as well. And I just got in this week this card right here, which is a combination USB FireWire card. That just allows me, if at some point I want to hook up anything newer than 1999, and and something that's not a SCSI scanner or a printer that isn't an old 20-year-old printer. I have the ability to do that. Keyboards, mice, trackpads, joysticks, whatever. If they're USB FireWire, I have drives, data on them, and all the rest that are backing stuff up. I could do that and allow this machine to really function a little bit more in the modern world than it currently can now. Otherwise, next week, I hopefully will have some more of the parts. We'll be cleaning off some of the motherboard here with some air and stuff like that. I should hopefully have the RAM, as well as the sliders for the motherboard, as well as the new back plate as well, so I can assemble everything and put the new PCI cards in as well. With the OS in, maybe give it a test boot and see if we're able to do that. I've yet to locate a few other key pieces, but as time goes on, hopefully I'll be showing them here. I will try and put up another video next Sunday. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. Thanks.